So I joined up in, I think I shipped off to boot camp November 2004. So in 2007, I had left my unit to go assist on a MIT team, a military Iraqi training team. So I was given an opportunity to go into the city of Fallujah, and I met Travis Manion. I remember showing up that first night. They were already in country. They had been there for several months, and I just came in as this little Lance Corporal ready to, go fight a war. And a small team gets put together. There's like 2 Humvees worth of Marines, myself, the lieutenant that was in charge of me, staff sergeant, my turret gunner, and then the other vehicle had Travis Manion, the major in charge of the MIT team, and our corpsman, and then translators in both vehicles. And we went out and went to this really crappy area in the city called the Pizza Slice. I always hated going to that area. It just was an uncomfortable spot to be in. It's like being in Times Square, but Times Square is hostile. We were basically told by some locals to go to this house. This is where we could find the sniper, or whatever it may be. That intelligence came through the Iraqi army. Again, we were a small unit of Marines. There was more Iraqi army. We're there helping them. Got some information, go to this house. So we go to this house, and we cleared it out, and there wasn't anything there. I remember getting up onto the rooftop. Travis Manion was there, my lieutenant, my major, like, there's nothing here. And that's when the Iraqi officer said, I feel like we've been told to go to the wrong spot. We need to get the fuck out of here. My vehicle was right outside of that house. I got into it. I swear, I just shut the door and immediately heard my turret gunner saying, man down, casualty. Without even hesitation, myself and the lieutenant that was with me got right back out of the vehicle, and I ran straight to dock. What was different about this time with the sniper than all the other times is immediately there was a large amount of gunfire. So I knew, we were funneled into this position. We're getting ambushed. Went against all my training to find cover and just ran at him. And on my way to running to him, I got shot in the stomach. I don't know, the world just caught on fire. I'm at 2 turret gunners now and 3 Marines on the ground. I'm in the middle of the street with myself and the corpsman, who was gravely injured. I don't know, I just needed to move from where I was. I actually got shot one more time, a grazing wound. He basically aimed right at my center mass again, and he missed, and the bullet went straight through. I just started moving, and I looked at Doc and realized I couldn't do anything for him. I just couldn't do anything for him. I was barely holding on myself. At this time, unbeknownst to me, Travis is on the other side of a vehicle firing back from where we thought the sniper fire was coming from. He was shooting 203 rounds. Just blasting wherever the sniper was coming from, just to try and, make sure he couldn't shoot anymore. That sniper took his scope off of me when he realized I wasn't shooting back. Put a scope on Travis. One more shot, and that was it for me. The only reason, and I know this in my heart, that he didn't fire at me again is because Travis was, pulled me from the street, put me together, and was firing back. And he realized he had a more prioritized target than myself. And unfortunately, he didn't miss with Travis. I got out in 2008. It's a really, really, really bad time to get out of the military. I thought, I'll just get a job. Like anybody wants to hire a veteran. And I quickly realized there weren't jobs available. I was struggling with a lot. I was struggling with depression. I was struggling with PTSD. I was struggling with substances. I was struggling with being lost, not having a sense of purpose, not having a goal, not having a clear idea of how I wanted to move forward with my life after service. It was tremendous how long that went on. And it was tremendous how many other veterans I struggling with that. I think I just, a lot of it, I got sick of getting a phone call or getting a private message that another person that I knew had passed well after service. I'm struggling with that. I have more friends who have passed post-service than in service. I needed to redefine who I was. I didn't want to be the messed up veteran anymore. I knew that the Travis Manion Foundation had been set up. I had been in contact with the family a little bit. Ryan and I, we had talked a couple of times. She reached out to me and said that she had to come to Atlanta. She knew I was in the Atlanta area, that she had to do a speech. And I asked her where she was doing her presentation, and she's like, oh, I'm going to the Home Depot Store Support Center. And I was like, well, that's crazy, because I work at Home Depot, which she didn't know at the time. So it just started from there. She invited me to go to the Store Support Center. I work at an actual Home Depot, so not the corporate center. So I thought it was pretty cool. I got an invite to it, and we went for Memorial Day 2018. And that was the first time we met face to face. I just knew at that point, after watching her speech, I knew this is where I needed to be. I wanted to be involved in this. So I told her, I said, I'd like to do something. I want to get more involved. And she was like, all right, cool. Come to Puerto Rico with me. So that was the start of it. She just said, just come on an expedition. And I had no expectations. I wasn't at that point highly engaged in TMF or highly engaged in even service work in general. I just knew I should do this. I don't know what it's going to offer me, but I gotta take that step and go see. I found there that giving myself to service again, like I did when I joined the Marine Corps, like just letting go and saying, I'll do whatever the Marine Corps asks me to. I'm gonna be of service to my country. I learned that if I made that same mental decision again, now redirected in my adult life to exactly where I wanna put it, if I made that self-service call again, it was rewarding. It took away a lot of the dark memories and the mental paths you go down, the self-loathing and the depression and the inability to get past the loss. Once I started giving again and just being who I am, to see the faces of the people that we were giving to see the smiles and the faces of people that I was with that had a similar experience of loss, just changed my whole outlook. I think a lot of veterans get stuck on this notion that we're broken, that this is who we're going to be forever. Can't can't get past the war, can't get past our losses, can't get past our feelings. TMF helped show me a positive side to all of that. It reminded me of who I was when I got out of boot camp and I got home and I wore that uniform for the first time in front of my friends and family, and they loved me and they were proud of me and I was proud of myself. And I get that every time I do a service project with TMF. I do that every time I honor a fallen veteran or a fallen hero with TMF. I get that every time I can get in front of a group of kids and share what character is and why it matters and why any individual on the face of the planet can be just like I was that day with my uniform in front of my friends and my family for the first time and saying, I've accomplished this. The battle's never gonna end for me. I know that. It's never gonna end for any of my friends either. But we can make the fight a worthwhile fight and continue our friend's legacy.